Hey everyone, Andrew here, bringing you another video. And today we're going to be doing my comic load for the week, as well as my trip to Rhode Island for the Rhode Island Comic Con, what went down there, news, updates, and everything that falls in between. So I'm actually going to start off talking about the Rhode Island Comic Con because I was super excited for this Comic Con for a couple of reasons, and I'll get into one of the big reasons in a moment. But Rhode Island Comic Con is a huge Comic Con. I would dare say is larger than Boston Comic Con. Not quite as large as, like, say, New York Comic Con, but there's a lot of big names there at this Comic Con. It focuses more on the big names, the celebrities, than the comic books. I think the only big name artist that I could think of off the top of my head that was there was Neil Adams. But other than that, it was mostly the celebrities, which you had Elijah Dushku, William Shatner, George Takei, among many other people. We had a lot of wrestlers there, and some other stars, which I got really excited for, which I'm going to talk about. Um, and those stars were members or cast of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Specifically, was Austin St. John, the red Mighty Morphin Power Ranger, and Karen Ashley, the yellow Mighty Morphin Power Ranger. Uh, those two were the number ones that I had to get. Probably Austin more than anything because Austin St. John played Jason, who was my favorite Power Ranger, the original Red Ranger, the Gold Zeo slash Triforian Ranger, if you want to be real technical. But Jason was a huge inspiration for me as a child, and one of the reasons why I started karate. And so my main goal was to get his autograph, get Karen's, and then get some of the other cast. It was the gentleman that played Zordon, the gentleman that played Alpha, and then kind of spread out and do whatever I can during the con. Well, what do I do when I get to these Power Rangers? What do I have signed? Well, I was all gung ho this weekend. I went both days, and I wanted to get everything I could accomplish the first day so I could kind of chillax on the second day. And that exactly what happened. First thing first was to get to Austin's booth and wait in line. So I got there early. I waited in line. I was one of the first people in line, and I got into the show floor, and it was pretty dead at first. Trust me, that changed. And Austin wasn't there yet. I guess he was a little late coming in, which is understandable. He was traveling a lot. But already there was Karen Ashley, the guy that played Zordon, the guy that played Alpha 5. I hate to say it, but their names escape me for the moment. So I went up to Karen Ashley first, and I basically told her, thank you very much for being on the show. Thank you for being an inspiration for children. You among the rest of the cast was the biggest inspiration for me as a child. And she came up, she gave me a hug, she gave my wife a hug, and then she took some pictures and we posed. And all my pictures will be on my Facebook. So if you want to go on my Facebook, you can check them out there. I don't feel like doing the editing and chopping and taking time. Sorry, I'm just lazy. I just came back from Comic Con. I'm gonna do this video and then veg for the rest of the day. Watch the Constantine episode I missed on Friday because I left on Friday night. But anyways, Karen Ashley was as amazing in person as she is online. She's super nice, super nice to the fans. She's very personal and she takes her time with everyone. I spoke to her for a couple of minutes and it was great. And I got signed by her the SH Figure Arts Yellow Ranger, which is pretty cool. And she put down there, to Andrew, it's Morphin Time, Karen Ashley, Aisha. So that was pretty cool. I didn't have any other Yellow Rangers in package on hand to get signed by her, but I got that and I was pretty pumped with that. So then I went. Next person I met was the actor that played Zordon. I believe this was his first con. So I met with him and I got a printout from him because I don't have a Zordon figure. Although there is an Alpha 5 figure with Zordon, so I should have got that. But cool printout, and it says "May the power protect you, Zordon," and then he signed it right down there, which was awesome. And then I met the gentleman that played Alpha 5. I should probably put this shit over here just to be safe. And I got two signatures from him. The first one was actually a slight mistake because I guess he did some Invader Zim stuff. Didn't know it. Sure. He was ridiculously nice when we started off. He saw me. He said, hi there. And he goes, oh, wait, ay, it's the Red Ranger. Because I was wearing the Red Ranger shirt. I had the Power Morpher and everything. And he started writing out on this one, Andrew, question mark, why? And then he stopped and he said, oh, wait, I'm writing the Invader Zim talk. So he did this and he said, aye, Andrew, the Power Rangers are in trouble. And then Richard, and then he put Alpha 5 there, and that was pretty cool. Really nice guy. Again, I took pictures with all of them. You can go on my Facebook and check out the pictures. You should because they're great pictures. So then I said, okay, I got 3 out of the 4 people that I wanted to see for Comic Con out of the way within 20 minutes. I gotta go and wait for Awesome. I don't care if I have to wait for an hour. I'm waiting for him in line, making sure I guarantee to get something from him. So I was actually second in line. Someone sneaked in there before me. And he came down about 10 minutes later, and he talked to the first guy, and then he went to me. And I wanted to get a couple things signed by him. I didn't get everything signed because it would have been a bit pricey. But I went up to him and I talked to him. I said, Awesome, I'm going to be honest. I was bullied a lot when I was a child. I was told no by a lot of people. I was told I wasn't going to be able to go through college. I was told a lot of this stuff, but looking up to you, looking up to the Red Ranger, and you as an actor and also a hero in real life, uh, you inspired me. I became a fourth-degree black belt. I passed college with honors. I have a great job now. I have a loving wife, and all that stuff. That's the abbreviated version, but I really kind of spilled out my guts here, telling how I felt. And he's like, listen, dude, that was amazing. Like that's the reason why did the show, and those are the kind of stories I want to hear. And that's great. And then afterwards, after he said that, he started talking about karate with me. He's like, "Oh, so your fourth degree was that?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's kempo." And he's like, "Oh, kempo, I take that too." And then we started talking about lineage, like. Obviously it started with one person, but it stemmed out and, who he trained under and who I trained under. And it was really kind of cool. And we talked for about a good 5 minutes, but like, I kept on thanking him, like, listen, really, I have to say, you really helped me out a lot when I was a child, and it means a lot. So, um, I got 4/5 things signed by him. The first thing I got signed was the original Mighty Morphin Power Ranger Red Ranger figure, which was a must to sign. Next, I got signed was the Flip Head figure in package. Got it signed right up there, the Jason one. After that, I got the 2 SH Figure Arts Red Ranger figures. Again, signed by Austin right there. And another one signed by Austin here. And while he was signing it, we kept on talking and we kept on having a nice chat. Good for over 5, maybe almost 10 minutes, probably. And then afterwards, like, listen, dude, it was really nice to meet you. Take a printout, and I'll sign it for you for free. Okay, absolutely, Austin. I will do that. I'm not going to argue. And I chose. There were 3 printouts I liked, but one of them was brand new, and it just stood out to me. So I got this one right here, which was pretty cool. So, meeting him lived up to my expectations. Super nice. He sat there and he talked with me for a long time, and we actually had an engaging conversation. And it wasn't just me, talking and him just nodding. It was back and forth. Talked a lot of karate. Talked a lot about how he helped me out, and it was great. It was kind of emotional, but it was awesome. So within the first hour, I got to meet everyone I wanted to meet, and everything lived up to my expectation. Karen was awesome. Austin was awesome. Everyone was awesome. It was awesome. So I met a couple more people. I met Rob Van Dam, the wrestler. There were a couple wrestlers there. I didn't get to meet all of them, but I met Rob Van Dam the first day, who is my second favorite wrestler, and Mick Foley, who is my third favorite wrestler. Rob Van Dam was pretty cool. Him and I talked for a bit. He asked me what I thought about the product today, if I still watch. And the first thing I said to him, like, I was trying to get my wife into wrestling, and I said the first match I had to do with Jerry Lynn versus Rob Van Dam. So he was actually pretty cool to talk to, and we talked for just a couple of minutes, but nice guy. And Mick Foley, talked to him too. You can tell Mick was kind of tired. That I met him on the second day. He had a huge line. I was first there on the second day to meet him, and the guy must have been pooped, but he was super nice also. So got to meet Mick Foley, Booker T, JBL, Bradshaw, Tori Wilson. All of them were there. I didn't get a chance to meet them, Really wish I could have, especially King Booker. I loved the gimmick King Booker, but it is what it is. Now, continue on. On the second day, oh well, on the first day, my wife and I met an artist, and I'm gonna do a little shout out here, and I'm gonna put all his information down at the bottom. His name is Scott Wardchop, and I hope I'm gonna mispronounce that because I'm a horrible pronunciation. But here is his card. And if you want to, you can go online to epicwee.com or type in epicwee on Facebook and like it because this guy does really great work. I bought this from my wife bought this, and this is the first thing that popped out for us. And it's basically a lineup of the Jokers throughout the years. And he uses a lot of markers, which is kind of cool because I don't get to see many artists that use markers. They kind of just use the inking and then they fill in the colors on the computer program, or sometimes they do it by hand. But this is just really cool. He has a Cesar Romero one right there. He has the Jack Nicholson. He has the comic book one, Heath Ledger, and then the New 52 Joker. It was really cool art, and this is my wife's, so should probably put it aside. But afterwards, I was talking to him. Well, I said, "Hey, do you commission art? Like, would you do a picture that I gave you?" And he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Well, I have this. I play D&D. I play Dungeons and Dragons, and a character that I draw." That I play, he's my favorite character. I play him, but I draw him, and I'm always interested how other people would interpret him. So if anyone knows what my favorite, what my D&D character looks like, can just I have his pictures online on Facebook. Again, go to Facebook; it's all there. And I did my own drawing on it based off another artist's drawing. It's based off a Kenneth Rockefeller drawing. So but I kind of based it off that. But I did a couple drawings with him. Like, would you be able to do your interpretation of him? And he's like, yeah, absolutely. And I'm like, that would be fucking awesome. So I commissioned him to do his interpretation of Angelus, and my wife commissioned him to do a picture of us walking. There's a picture of us get on Facebook, of us walking on at our wedding, and I'm holding up her dress, and we're walking across this brick road to a stream, and she wanted him to do that, but she wanted him to do that with us having superhero capes on. So first is here's the picture of Angelus that he did, which was awesome, and the video does not do it justice, but it is just badass. The marker came out really good. I like the pose he did. And again, I like how it had his own flair on there, which is great. And if you want to see the original art, just go on my Facebook, my drawing of Angelus. Compare the two. His probably blows mine out of the water because it's a professional artist, but he did his own interpretation of it, and just it looks really cool, really fucking cool. And then here's a picture of my wife and I with the superhero capes walking in our gown, in her gown, not my. We didn't share the gown. So her gown and my tux. I have a Batman cape. She has a Superman cape, and it was pretty damn cool. And then he let us take two free stills that he did. So the first one we picked was a Harley Quinn one, not still, but he basically it's a smaller picture, which the Harley Quinn is really cool, and wow, you can really see the reflection the computer. That's pretty cool. So the Harley Quinn one, which is awesome, and then I had my wife pick another one. So I picked Harley Quinn, and then she picked Catwoman. So the Catwoman one is pretty cool too. So that was awesome. He's a great artist. For what I know, he's not a new artist, but not as well known. So I highly recommend you guys like him on Facebook. If you want to do me a favor, like him on Facebook. Check out his art online. He does commissions. He sells fan art. He does a lot of good stuff. And the Batman one he was sold out on, but that one was pretty good. His Batman and his Joker ones I thought was his best. But the Harley Quinn one and the Catwoman one are obviously good. And again, he uses markers, which I don't see that much of. Like in it, they look great. So he has a really unique style. He also had one that I saw on his page that you should check out. Is one where it's Groot and then Rocket Raccoon made a hammock out of him. Check out. He made it for one of the people that um, that commission for him. So that was pretty darn cool. And then moving on is next person we got to see was Katrina Law, which if you don't know who she is, she's from Spartacus, but more importantly, she's from Arrow. So there was an Arrow character there. So my wife and I got to meet her, and here is the picture that we got signed by her. And basically it says, Christina, Andrew, lovely meeting both of you. And then I don't know what that says. Moi, like I guess. Best wishes, Katrina Hall. Nessa Al Ghul. The great thing is I talked to her. I'm like, did you prepare for this at all? I mean, it's not a prevalent character, but you do a good job with her. And she's like, yeah, I definitely prepared for her. There's only like 19 issues with her, so and she had like the count. But you know what? I prepared for her, and I enjoyed her, and I enjoyed reading her and all that fun stuff. So that was pretty cool to meet. There was a few more other actors I wanted to meet, but I was running low on cash. I spent way too much at this con. But I got four more things. There were these printouts, and basically it's buy two get two free. So I bought Batman issue number 1 printed out, and they're all good quality. Everything comes out looking nice. Let's put that over there. I got Detective Comics issue number 27 printed out. So Batman's first issue and his first appearance. So got those two. And then I got Wonder Woman issue number 1 printed out, which was pretty awesome. And finally, I got Sensation Comics printed out. So, number 1. So I basically got 2 Batmans and 2 Wonder Womans because Batman and Wonder Woman are my 2 favorites. Batman being my favorite and Wonder Woman being my second favorite. Really cool printouts. So I'm gonna hang them up somewhere. I don't know where, but took a lot of pictures, got a lot of stuff done. Really happy. Like I said, could not be happier meeting Austin and Karen. It was great, and again, meeting up with Scott and having him do those commissions was awesome. It was great. So on a whole, Comic Con rocked my socks. It spent more money than I wanted to. It was like $300 for the hotel for the 2 nights or 3 nights, 3 days, which isn't bad. I went to the Omni Hotel, which is great, and then I spent probably around $300 on all the stuff I got signed and art and stuff. So, but you know what? You only live once. I'm happy with the money I spent. I don't feel as though I wasted any of it. So everything I spent, I am content with. So with that said, let us move on to comic books. And we're going to start where we always start, with a little bit of Batman in our life, with Batman Eternal issue number 30. Shucks, we're already at issue number 30. 30 weeks we've been going on this. Basically, this issue is exactly what you think it is from the cover. It's Arkham Asylum blows up. Batman has to go in there, try to save as many lives as he could. This is all damage control, my friend. And while this is going on, Batwing is losing it. The Spectre comes out, and the Joker's daughter has quite a bang-up surprise for people. This was a solid issue from start to finish. Particularly, it flows very fast and very well. The art in this is an upgrade. We've kind of had shaky art since Dustin and the Wind switched over. I didn't like the artist for the History of Hush issues, but this art looks really good, and I'm continuing to love this story. Batman Eternal has definitely found a stride, and you can find it in this issue. 4 out of 5. Harley Quinn Inu issue number 1, Scratch and Sniff. This is just a fun issue. I got both covers, but I left the other one at the comic store. This is the bombshell cover. It's basically what you think it is. You scratch and smell. That's it. The gimmick wasn't utilized as much as you think it was, but it's still pretty fun. The basic concept of this is Harley Quinn gets a note from Poison Ivy saying that Poison Ivy is in need of rescuing, and Harley Quinn goes in there and tries to rescue her. Doesn't quite go out the way Harley Quinn wanted to, but it's an enjoyable read from start to finish. 3.5 out of 5. Swamp Thing issue number 3. So Swamp Thing has to fight against Etrigan basically because his friend is dying. Capuan, I think her name is. I feel as though I always pronounce her name wrong. But you find as though things may not be as it seems with her. The good stuff about this, I thought the action was good. I thought the dialogue was handled well. Etrigan, he was rhyming in this, which I liked. Um, Actually, if anything, this was a solid issue. 5 out of 5. There's nothing wrong with this. Pick it up. Sinestro God's Head, Act 1, Part 6, Sinestro issue number 6. I got the demon cover and I got the normal cover. Continuing the theme, this is a very strong issue. This again shows how not Deathstroke, Sinestro is just a mastermind. Sending his troops into battle, and in the end of it, he has a reason why he's sending all his troops into battle, even though it could be a slaughter. So he always has a plan. Showing again why Sinestro is such a badass. 5 out of 5. New 52, Future's End. In this, we see Mr. Terrific kind of talk to Bruce Wayne a little bit, just a little bit, while Batman is talking to Firestorm and trying to give them a little bit of a pep talk. A few other things sprinkled along the way, such as Plastiques and Batman Beyond, and in addition to that, a little bit of stuff in there with Susie 2 or Susie 52 or whatever her name is. I forget her name. Susan 52? It's right here. Give me one sec. Yeah. Anyways, it wasn't a bad issue. It was very middle of the road, though. So it's going to get a 2.5 out of 5. Didn't wow me. Didn't upset me. It is what it is. Moving on, we have Earth 2 World's End, issue number 4. I'm surprised we're on issue number 4 already. Get to see actually some of Green Lantern in this, who has been relatively gone for quite a bit of the comic. Not this comic, but Earth 2 in general. But Green Lantern in this, Big Barda, Mr. Miracle, working with Fury to find a way to stop Apocalypse, the killing planet. And in addition to that, Aqua Woman, Queen Meryl, I think her name is, unleashes the full fury of Atlantis. Solid issue, start to finish, 4 out of 5. Would have liked a little bit more Green Lantern. The pacing was handled well. The only thing I think that wasn't necessarily too great was the Dick Grayson Barber stuff. I don't think was necessary, and so much is happening in this, cramming it at once. I feel as though it stops it from becoming truly fantastic. Justice League United annual issue number 1. The Legion of Superheroes come to play with the Justice League. And they're not playing Super Smash Bros. 4, which is awesome for the 3DS. No, they come to play to stop the Ultra Kid, or whatever the little baby is, the screwed up baby that Martian Manhunter is basically carrying around. Apparently, that baby is going to become a cosmic destroying being on the level of Galactus. So Mon-El shows up to kick the shit out of the baby before it becomes a cosmic destroying monster on the level of Galactus. However, it doesn't necessarily work out as well as he thinks because, well, it's the fucking Martian Manhunter gonna stop him. You don't mess with John Jones ever. Because he's the Martian Manhunter. Arguably one of the most powerful individuals in the DCU. This is a pretty powerful team, too. Martian Manhunter, Animal Man, and Supergirl alone make the team pretty broken. I mean, you got, well, to be fair, it's no more broken than Justice League, but Kryptonian and a Martian on the same team, pretty powerful. This is a solid romp from start to finish. I'm interested in what they're going to do with Hawkman because Hawkman's back in this, but not quite the Hawkman we all know and love. So, yeah, 5 out of 5. And finishing it off is Wonder Woman issue number 35. The end, the sad end, to Brian Azzarello and Cliff Chang's run on Wonder Woman, which is now my new favorite run on Wonder Woman, which essentially did what the New 52 was supposed to do. Take an existing character, introduce her or it in a new way, but at the same time keeping the core values that Wonder Woman is. And Brian Azzarello said it best. I didn't change Wonder Woman, I merely changed the world around her. And he really helped establish what the tone of the Trinity is. Human, God, alien. Superman is the alien, Batman is the human, Wonder Woman is the god. There's a few twists and turns, one of which is we pretty much saw coming for a couple issues, but one of which is surprising to say the least. It is a beautiful, well done issue. Pick it up. 5 out of 5. The whole run is a 5 out of 5. So yeah, that is the comics for the week. Let me pull up my YouTube because I don't know if you guys actually left any questions of answers. I'm sorry I didn't do last week. I should have, but I just work. It's always work. Something came up. I forget, but it's work. It's always work. I've been working really hard and late this week too. Video. Go to. Come on, work with me here, baby. YouTube doesn't like me as much lately. My channel. And videos. And here we go. My last video was 2 weeks of comics, baby. And let's pause this bad boy. Pause. There we go. Okay, let's look at the comments. How many did I get? Probably not many. 8. So what I will do is I will actually pause this so that you guys don't hear me talking on my video and talking here, and we will get right into the questions and answers. I gotta get back into the battle royales because I haven't done them in a while either. So is this all the questions? Here we go. First question. Plantain O Poppy. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Can you do a video of a full list of comics you pull every month? Absolutely, I can. Uh, maybe sometime during this week, because this week might be a little bit easier of a week for me than the previous few weeks. But definitely, why not? I might have to trim some of the fat, for lack of a better term, too. So, be a good chance to do so. Lone Wolf, who are your top 10 favorite Marvel superheroes and why? And what are your thoughts on the whole Batfleck thing in Batman v Superman movie? And I think it's awesome that you met Jim Lee at Comic Con. Yeah, it was awesome. And I want to meet again because I want to get some of my new 52 comics signed. My top 10 favorite Marvel superheroes, I will do at some point. I'm not going to do now, right here. I want to commit a whole video to it. Similar to how I did my top 10 favorite heroes, so on and so forth. My thoughts on Batfleck. Ben Affleck can act. We all know that. He's a good director too. He's an Oscar winner. He has a few hits here and there, but who doesn't? I think he will pull off a good Batman, and I don't think they would have brought him into the fold and used him for Batman if they didn't think he was going to do a good Batman. So I'm pumped for it. Soul Drum, hey Andrew, have you seen the new Flash show on CW? It's really good so far. Also, do you got the DC collectibles Batgirl and Supergirl yet? To answer your first question, yes, I have been watching Flash, and I am going to do a video talking about Flash, Constantine, and Arrow, my thoughts on the shows. I was originally going to do that today, but I want to talk about the con and my comics, so I'm going to hold that off till later this week, but it will happen. Yes, I have got the Supergirl figure, and I have got the Batgirl figure. We had a 50% off sale at the comic store, so I had a chance to pick up the Zatanna, Earth 2 Green Lantern, Earth 2 Flash, Earth 2 Hawk Girl, Johnny Quick, and Deathstorm. So I picked up a lot of the new 52 figures at that 50% off sale, among other things. I picked up a lot of figures that sale. A lot. Ugh, I can feel the con just sapping me away. Um, but yeah. Moving on. Derek Lucieri. I hope I didn't butcher that. Nice Total Recall reference in the video title. 2 weeks. Thank you. Green Arrow Hunter. Hey, Andrew. If Dick and Barbara ever got married, how do you think Bruce would take it? Bruce would probably be pretty happy that someone in his life is happy. I think Bruce would take it very well. He'd probably take it the same way that he took when Dick was going to marry, not Dick, when I don't know if you remember Don Troy getting married. Bruce kind of makes a mention that Dick has surpassed me. He has a normal life. He's doing good. He doesn't need me anymore. So I think he would be really happy. I think he would be really happy. Ex Valis, damn Andrew, I gotta know how pumped you are because it must be your birthday. The Rock is playing Black Adam, and confirmed Cyborg and Wonder Woman movie. Not to mention a new open world Zelda next year. Yes, I am super pumped for The Rock playing Black Adam. It is perfect casting. A lot of people are saying, "Oh, he should be Shazam." No, Black Adam, all the way. Go for it. Cyborg movie, I am beyond pumped for. I didn't think they were going to do it, but they did do it. I'm happy they did. The Wonder Woman flick, I knew was going to happen, and I am pumped for it. And Zelda U, I've been pumped for a long time. But I should sit down and do a video talking about the movies coming out for DC and the movies and the TV shows that are out for DC. Maybe I should put the two of them together. What do you guys think? Comment down below. Let me know. Um, X Valis. Also, Andrew, there is footage of an American Legend War, which looks legit. If what is shown is final product, you gotta say Austin was right not to do it. For what is shown, Jason, Dave, Frank, and a few other Rangers maybe got one line. Then that's all. Rehash Japanese footage which barely showcased the original Rangers. In fact, you only see Jason and Tommy fight for half a second. Um, be Jason, I mean Mighty Morphin Power Ranger, Mighty Morphin Red Ranger. Hell, that could be Rocky. Actually, just to let you know, X-Fellas, I did watch the French version of Legend War. The Red Ranger is Jason because they did a good job at showing which Rangers are which. They only made one screw up. If you look at the footage, you have the original the original five Rangers. Then you have four of the Zeo Rangers. So Rocky's Zeo Ranger 3, blue. And there was four Zeo Rangers because the red was missing because Tommy was Green Ranger for Mighty Morphin. So you had the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Jason, Kimberly, Trini, Zach, and Billy. They're all there, and you're guaranteed that is Kimberly, Zach, Billy, and Jason. Those four. Whether it's Trini or Aisha is up in the air. Let's just say it's Trini. Even though God bless her soul, the actress is no longer with us. Doesn't matter because they were all masked. You know this because one, Rocky was the blue Zeo Ranger, so obviously he couldn't be in two places at once. Jason's Red Ranger. You saw Adam was the green Zeo Ranger, so obviously Zach couldn't be. Obviously he couldn't be the Black Ranger. You saw Cat be the pink Zeo Ranger, so she couldn't be the pink Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. How their powers were restored, I don't know, and I don't give a shit. The only mix-up that they made was the Turbo Rangers and the Space Rangers both showed up, which shouldn't have happened. But other than that, like, if you look at Dino Thunder, the Black Ranger was missing. You look at Zeo, the Red Ranger was missing to account the fact that Tommy was wearing his Mighty Morphin Power Ranger power. So, yeah, long story short, I agree. Legend War was a big whiff. It's not bad by any means, but like it really wasn't necessary and it didn't live up to the hype. So it is what it is. Moving on from that. That is all for the questions and answers. Again, post all your stuff down below. I would like to hear what you guys think. I would like to hear questions from you guys. And if you went to Rhode Island Comic Con, how was it for you? Was it as more phenomenal as it was for me? Again, I'm trying to get back on a steady pace with videos. This week I'm going to try to do a video talking about the movies and TV shows for DC. If you'd like me to do that video, comment down below. Let me know. But I'm going to end this video here. Before I end it, like I said, check all the information down below of my comic store, Comically Speaking, which I get my comics from, and also the artist that I met down, Scott. I'm gonna butcher your name, my friend. Just go to epicwe.com, check out his stuff. Awesome stuff. Check it out now. This is Andrew saying peace out for now.